I love it. It's been a minute with that. Welcome in. I was messing around talking, so I just gotta make sure.
You want to check his?
Yeah, check my audio real quick. Testing 1, 2. We sound good.
Testing 1, 2. Testing. She can't hear me. Testing 1, 2. Okay.
And then I'm gonna. So, when I was creeping on y'all last week, I was listening on my drive to San Antonio, and this mic where you were sitting at for me, there was some hollowness. So now I'm gonna see if it sounds hollow still, or if it was the volume adjustment. And then I'm gonna.
Nope.
So it sounds great. And here's the thing.
I had the mic about where that water bottle was at.
Oh, is that far? So it's hard to tell with the depth perception and everything. So and now I'm curious to see if I pause it so it's not like up to speed on it.
I think she told me once to move it. You told me to move it up, and I moved it up. And when Cammie started talking, I moved it back again. And
so that 30 seconds got cut down. So hey, we're learning new things here. So for y'all that are tuning in, thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Welcome to another episode. I'm back, but we might have another substitute next week. We'll find out as the days come in. But thank y'all so much. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. Getting ready for the weekend. Getting ready to head to Houston. You go down and see Ben.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, Houston. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I guess you heard the good news.
Which one?
Jerry made a great deal.
Oh my goodness!
Got rid of Micah Parsons.
It was like
it was great. I love it.
No, so here's my theory. It's like Jerry felt like he wasn't in the news enough after the whole Luka incident. And it's like, hey, watch this.
Oh.
I'll one up him.
I was watching Will Kane. Will Kane was talking about it today, and he said, "Yeah, this Micah Parsons thing that was bad. Now it wasn't as bad as Luka. Luka was worse."
So here's something funny, and I know you don't do this because you don't play video games like certain people, but if you play NBA Live or Madden, okay, you can if you do like Dynasty League or Creation Mode, you can build your own team or run whatever current team that's in the game, okay? So in real time, and I was watching it happen because I had the same feeling. Someone initiated the same trade for Luka and the same trade for Parsons, and both of them got rejected in the game because it said it is not a fair trade and it outweighs the favorability of one team to the other. So even the video games will tell you that is not a smart choice.
Yeah, well, go Green Bay.
But I was reading about it and stuff, and it's so Jerry offered him 4 years, and I think it was like $5 million less than what the new offer is.
It was $37 million, wasn't it?
37,
which was supposed to have been the highest paid non-quarterback of anybody in the league.
So he offered him 4 years at that pay. No, he wanted 5 years. Backwards. He wanted 5 years. Micah Parsons only wanted 4 years at that pay. Mm-hmm. But he said, I'll give you that pay for 5 years. Which, I mean, to each their own. I mean, money is money. And if that's a lot of money, what are you going to do with the others? But whatever. Green Bay did the same offer, but they did it for the 4. And I'm thinking, like, you lost out a year of high volume pay, and now Green Bay
in 4 years they could have renegotiated again. That's the thing.
That's the thing, and I think it's to me it comes to like how fast and how much money can I make really quick. Yeah. But what the problem is, and this is what stinks. Now you're gonna get me on a freaking just tiring on this. When we allow that high of a cap, one, you hurt the cap of your team, and two, the tickets of the games are going to shoot up even more to compensate the payment of the players. Yeah. People don't realize that. Like, I know a lot of probably do, but there's a lot they're like, yeah, well, you got to pay him the money. Like, no. First, he didn't get us a Super Bowl.
Right.
He hasn't gotten us to playoff. Yeah. He hasn't made any game-changing events. He has a great record. Sure, yes. Yeah. Amazing player? Oh, absolutely. But is he a player that's going to change the dynamic and get us to the Super Bowl by one edge runner? No.
Yep.
But speaking of sports and everything, I have a new series coming out. What a segue that was. But no, seriously, I do. So be on the lookout if you really enjoy sports like we do, and sometimes she does. Here and there, depends. She more like the K-pop sports. I don't know how that works, but or the Australian breakdancing teams. But it's called Beyond the Break. I actually will be recording with our first live guest next Friday. We'll record and I'll upload it onto the Reborn channel. It's going to be a whole new series separate. So the library grows, so that way you get some variety and get to watch some other stuff from our project. So very, very excited about it. We'll be talking about all kinds of things, whether it's from soccer, baseball, football, anything. So you might be on the lookout because they'll probably pop into my episode too on that one. Especially Kyle, I need to learn more about the Australian breakdancers anyway, so she knows all about them.
Yeah. Boomerang throwers.
The boomerang throwers. But yeah, you got me on that rant, but it was a perfect segue for that show.
Hey, it worked out.
For that show, so it works out. But now let's go to you. What's new with you? How's everything going?
Everything's been good.
Good.
Everything's been good. I had no idea what y'all were talking about just a second ago, but
that's why probably won't be on that episode. But we'll get you on one.
She's gonna have to learn.
She's gonna have to watch a game.
hey, I've never watched, or I don't think I've ever watched a full sports game in my life. Maybe like...
Are you the type of person that say go sports go?
Yeah.
No. I've only ever watched the World Cup, and I didn't even watch all of that one. And that was like...
I love soccer, but if it's not an entertaining game, then 90 minutes plus is very slow.
I only watched the very first one because I wanted to watch the opening of it. Because
still
of
a good game.
The person who was singing. That's the only reason why.
Who was singing the opening?
Jungkook.
Oh, that was the...
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago, yeah. That was.
Wouldn't Taylor Swifty?
No.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be on a. We're gonna be talking about how
I've already done
her
that.
records have shot up.
Go read the blog.
You're gonna have to send it
My
to me because
mom
I was
was
reading
reading
one too,
that
so
to
I'm
me.
curious if it's the same one.
It's my
gosh.
blog.
Oh, yours? Oh no, I haven't read it yet. I'll have to read it.
My mom was reading that one to me. All I know is we know who's winning the Super Bowl next year.
Who is that?
Travis Kelce. AKA
No, I'm sorry.
No.
I think Travis Kelce days are done.
I think that little thing has ruined. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs this
You
year.
don't think so?
No,
don't know.
and it's more to just that too. It seems like y'all's O line is starting to really get hurt.
I don't know what they did on the trail. I don't pay attention to it at all until they start.
And y'all didn't have that big of a draft either on certain players. I will say Cowboys did okay, but now they're doing the typical Cowboy thing. I mean, being a Cowboys fan is like being in a bad relationship. You feel like you can change them one day, but you really can't.
You can't.
You can't.
I heard someone had asked Jerry, and I think I mentioned this in a message or one of the classes. I said they had asked Jerry Jones if you could make the playoffs every year, but you could never be the spokesman for the Cowboys, or remain the spokesman for the Cowboys. Which would you choose?
Option two.
Option two.
He's a salesman. He knows how.
They're still the most profitable NFL team, and they haven't seen a Super Bowl.
Well, that's the thing.
Like
but that's the
1,000
thing.
years?
25 years.
25, pushing 26.
25, really? I thought they haven't won one since like 1950.
1996.
1996 or 98.
Was it 98?
Yeah, I think wasn't 98 the last one where
That was Aikman's last one.
Switzer?
That's
I don't remember.
I have to go back.
It was the dark days of NFL.
It was the bright days of the NFL. The days that I really was just a
I
little
really
kid. I
don't
really
care.
didn't know at that time what was going on. I mean, I'm happy the Rangers.
You better start, Kerry.
Yeah. All I know is
If you're
me.
if you're ever at my house watching this, and if I have to be watching a Cowboys game, you're going to hear some yelling going on.
I want to come over on a day like that.
That's all that ever happens.
Robert won't watch football with me.
I don't like
It
watching
cannot be
football
any
with my
different
dad.
than watching it with my dad. So I think I can.
I am yelling.
Then you're like my dad.
Mine too.
And then it's nothing wrong.
I just do it for, and they're like, it's just fun. It's just fun
It's
to
not.
yell at the TV.
It is
They can't
fun.
hear you. I don't care. I don't care.
But I'm still going to do it
I know the
anyways.
neighbors can hear me.
Someone's gonna know something's
Yeah.
going on in this house. My
goodness.
dad, I remember growing up and everything. My dad built a system in the garage when to listen to games and stuff. And if it was the Cowboys game and we were listening on the radio in the garage, and if I was mowing, I would have my headphones on because one, the mower was so loud. But if it was a Cowboys game, I would know something bad happened because I could hear it through the mower and my music.
Oh man, yeah.
And then I would look back and there's just like wreckage.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
No, he was wrecking if they were losing. I was wrecking if they were winning.
But no, I mean, I see. I'm speechless because the Cowboys they hurt my feelings. It is the toughest team to follow, and it's like being the typical person. Like, maybe next year's our year. No, realistically, I'm just genuinely happy that at least the Rangers won a World Series, and they actually had a very good team to do it with. Mm-hmm. And hearing that call, I almost had like PTSD from that moment because as soon as they threw that third pitch on an 0-2 count, just like the last World Series, all I could think of was, he's going to hit it to Nelson Cruz, and Nelson Cruz is not going to not catch the ball, and then it's going to come back, and we're going to lose. And no, strike three, you heard it right, strike three for the Rangers. I'm like,
you heard it right. That's funny.
He does say that, and I was like, oh,
Did I mention to you if you ever watched Banana Ball?
The Savannah,
whatever they are.
The yellow team.
The yellow team.
The dances and everything. They're very talented players.
They're good players.
Try to hit a home run with walking on stilts.
Yeah.
That's something. Baseball you would actually like. And it's growing a lot of popularity.
I know. And it's real quick. It's
fast-paced baseball.
The first team scores however many they score top of the inning. The bottom of the inning, as soon as like if you score 3 points in the top of the inning, mm-hmm. and then if you either get me out before I score 3, or if I score 4 and I'm out, then I won the inning, and so it's 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not you can score 100 and 101,
right,
and you lose by 1, right? And so, but it's all by innings. How many innings do you take?
It's very fun to watch.
It moves a little bit faster because as soon as you got if the bottom of the inning, you got the out or you got the score, and as soon as you get the score, then everybody's off the field
and just swap out, and then they're dancing again.
But then it takes so stinking long to go because they dance around, they do some crazy stuff. There's points for tricks.
Yeah. Have you seen?
So if you do a flip and then catch the ball, you get a point for a trick.
It's interesting. So you see that they made the game faster, but they opened up the time so they could do the dancing and stuff.
Oh gosh!
And I'm glad. So this actually, and it's funny how things could lead up to the actual topic of the day. And this has been a fun introduction for it all. But you can see like the rhythm and everything when it comes to, and that kind of brings back to what we were talking about, like our habits and studying and stuff. And that's someone brought up, it's like I appreciate everything you've been doing. It's like, can I ask another question? I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, we're still going to go through our series, but I'm sure we can maybe relate it to it somehow. And he goes, how can I develop the rhythm of it? Like the rhythm of like getting my day scheduled every day and building a healthy habit, like a rhythm of it. Like I wake up, I do this. Mm-hmm. But he wants to know, like, how does that rhythm start sticking to me? Like how can I make sure that I don't lose focus, I don't let something relapse and take me steps back? Mm-hmm. Like how can I build that structure stronger and stronger and stronger?
Yeah, well, any habit that you try to start, one is I'll use the old January 1st, everybody goes to the health club to start
Favorite
over.
Topic every time.
3 months later, no one's, everybody's back to the 6 people in the gym, right?
In the usuals.
And I actually I was working at the President's Health and Fitness over in Grauweiler, and it wasn't as big as this church. It wasn't big. And they had racquetball courts and everything. It was small. And I asked them, I says, how many people do you have? Because they were doing sign-ups. And they had they said they had like 50,000 people signed up for that. And I go, where are they at? He goes, they never show up, but they'll keep paying their dues.
Yes, they do. And you know what? I've been guilty of that before.
Isn't that something? And they'll pay their dues. They'll forget, and they'll pay their dues for years.
Because it's like a $5.99 a month or $7 or $9.99 a month program, and then that's like the one thing you don't think about.
But the whole idea of I'm going to do this sounds good for the first 3 days, or again, it sounds good first workout, and then on day 3, when you can't hardly move your body, you got to go work out again. Now all of a sudden it's not so much fun anymore.
Right.
And you got to, one is pace, right? You want to start doing a workout. I'd have guys wanting to work out with me that says, well, you work out at your own. You don't try to stick with me because
you set your own.
I can
pace.
Well, I can do more longer than you can before I can get sore. Don't try to keep up with me. And the ones that try to keep up with me, I don't see them for a week at a time. This is, let me do my sets and you go do that, right? And you did 3, let's go on. I'm doing 7, or I'm doing something different, especially when I was doing more powerlifting stuff. And knowing the pace. And also, I think, depending on what you're doing, having a mentor, having someone that's tracking you and saying, hey, did you do this? Did you do this? And then I think the other piece of it is to get the value add. Do I really see value in what's happening?
The results.
Yeah. And
the 6-pack of the Bible reading.
First thing a person does after like 2 or 3 weeks of working out, I've had them do this to me. When I was training people, they go, I'm going to quit, man. I've gained weight. I go, no, you've gained muscle mass, right? Let's just let this go for a while. Let's just keep on going and make a little bit of adjustments. And then after about 2 months or 3 months, they start seeing the loss. But they want everything to happen now. And we live in a world today where
we've been spoiled.
Everything has to happen right now, right? I want it to happen in the next. You listen to these commercials for these drugs that they advertise for diabetes or something like that, and then they find out, oh, it also works for weight loss. And well, I don't have to work out. I don't have to go walk 5 miles or 3 miles a day. I can just take this. It's like you're missing the whole. You might lose weight, but you're not getting what you want, right? It's like buying. I hate it when you look at this real nice. You look at this real nice sports car, and you go, man, this thing. And it is decked out, right? And you look inside it, leathered up, hot looking, and you go, what's under the hood? And they go, V6.
Oh my goodness!
Right? And you go, what? A V6?
Yes.
It's because I've decorated the outside,
yes.
but the inside is going to go. Now today the V6s are a little bit better, but they still aren't a 454 horsepower 6.2 Camaro.
My friend had the Dodge Challenger, and it looked
V6.
Yes. But it was absolutely gorgeous. I looked at it, and it was black. I mean, like midnight black with that nice shine to it. It
just looked like it was ready to take everybody on the road.
It looked like the meanest thing in the world. The inside had the logos and all this, and he decked out with carbon fiber toppings, and it's like, dude, this is awesome. Which engine do you have under the hood? He goes, oh, I just got the V6. I'm like, take this off my driveway and take it back. Like,
take it. Get it.
This is an insult to the poor car.
Yes,
100%.
Isn't that something? That's like kind of a thoroughbred racehorse attached to a carriage walking it around New York City, right?
Yes.
It's like, you got to be kidding me. Oh yeah,
I've seen a Ford Pinto can probably outrace that.
But that's what people do because they think the weight loss. Well, as soon as I get down to a certain weight, I'll be done. It's like this isn't a one-time thing to get you to a place. This is something you're going to do as a lifestyle change. Right. It has to be a lifestyle change, and that lifestyle change has to bring value at some point.
Right.
That's why when people sit down to read and they start reading the Bible and really doing like a study or reading through your Bible in a year or whatever, and they have nothing to help them back that up, week or two, 3 weeks, a month, maybe they get by March, and they're not reading anymore. Right. Why? Because there wasn't any value add that they found in it. Right? It's like I find value add when I eat food. Right? There's value in that. My stomach starts growling, and now for spiritual heart starts to growl when we're not getting stuff because we're getting value in it. We see the value in it. I was talking to one of the guys that just got saved here in the last 2 months, 3 months. He might be even on right now, and just got baptized. And it's amazing how in this very short period of time, he's already been able to see. I didn't have this, I didn't have that. But God did this. Look what God did. Had a broken vehicle. Didn't have any way to pay it. They found a way to get the money to pay that. Didn't have anybody to fix it. While they were looking for somebody to fix it, the next door neighbor came over and fixed it for them for nothing. It was going to cost them $400. And all of this they're seeing, giving God the glory through all these things that they're seeing happening. And that wasn't an accident. That wasn't just happenstance. That was something that was happening there in their lives. And they see that. They see that when you start seeing the value. And God does things for us all the time. It's when we start to see it and recognize it, then we begin to, okay, and now I want to understand more of this. It's kind of like what you did with OBS, right? Once you saw what a little bit it could do, you start studying it some more, and let's do some more with it. Same thing with the Word of God. Right. Once you start seeing it work for you, once a corporate person can see that long before Stephen Covey ever came out with 7 Habits, God had already come up with 7 Habits, right? He didn't do anything new. He just repackaged and you're going to find out how to be a good manager, find out how to be a good leader. You're going to find out how to be a good CEO. You want to be in the Bible, right? And it's missed. And I've been around good CEOs and I've been around bad ones.
Same.
Yeah.
And you're right about all that. And I think what happens is, it kind of like just recapping most of your points, is that us as today, we've lost what the value of patience really is. Mm-hmm. Like there's no more true definition of be patient about something will happen, it'll be okay. It's all about being spoiled in the riches of the instant gratification. Yeah. And I mean, is it a beneficial moment? Yeah, absolutely. Can I get 2-day delivery with Prime? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'll check that off. My internet can download a whole movie in 10 seconds. Yeah, sign me up on that. Yeah. Can I get and comprehend the Bible in a matter of 5 minutes? No, I can't. That's the problem. I've been able to do all this stuff so fast that why now do I have to really try to fight to study and why it messes up a person.
It's a relationship building thing,
right? I mean, but even relationships are like swipe right, swipe left, whatever. You're matched up in 5 minutes. That's so funny
because we were watching a game show, and a game show said one of the reasons why people like to text, couples like to text, and it was you get to use emojis. And the other one said you can insert pictures.
Memes are fun.
And the one in the middle said, you can build the relationship faster. And that was the number one thing.
Wow, I was not expecting that. Now, to me, it would be the funny
memes.
That
was a survey. So it wasn't
like a Family Feud survey.
No, it's called. I don't remember the name of it. But they have 3 little circles. Here's the thing: 3 little circles, and I had to guess which of the 3 was the number one thing. But it was all based on surveys. Kind of like what would you say? Family Feud. It's a survey, but 100 people surveyed. It was like I don't think I'm going to stake my health care on a 100 people survey on Family Feud, right? But it was interesting anyway that you can build the relationship faster. It says that is such a misnomer because you're going to build a relationship just like we do with anybody. You build a relationship with people as you are with them face to face, doing work, driving in a car. Mm-hmm. You want to find out a relationship real quick?
Put them in a car.
Go long distance with somebody and find out whether you're going to fight over the radio. What are we going to listen to?
Temperature of the car.
Man, praise God that they got the 2 sides climate control.
Instant gratification.
Because I'm on this side turning the heater up, and she's on that side going, oh my gosh. She's got the cooler on the seats blowing up, and I'm freezing in here.
Oh, I remember those type of car drives that were like going to San Antonio, and the minivan when my dad was driving, and that was when the back fans didn't have good circulation. It was like even if you cranked it as high as you could, it was like just a light breeze. And I would remember like
You can
always
fan yourself
I was
with
like
more air.
always trying to put my head up there and stuff. And oh my goodness.
Yeah, let me tell you, we had a white Volkswagen Beetle, because my dad white, that he drove back and forth from the city, gas mileage, but we'd go on trips with that. And my dad smoked, and it never. I mean, from the time we started to the time we smoked, and so we say, "Can you crack your window?" Well, you crack the window so it let that, and we'd look like dogs with our nose trying to breathe fresh air. I mean, it was a cloud. It looked like something from the movie, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right, where they come out of the van and just smoke
I was
comes
just
out.
thinking of Cheech and Chong.
Oh, either one. And it is like, oh my gosh, it's like, so.
Those are older movies.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, but man, so yeah, but back to it, getting to the where's the value at, and what am I trying to do, and am I actually experiencing the thing that I want to do, reading scripture, prayers, all that, all the things that we want to do, setting a time for it and being realistic about it too. I was like, well, I'm going to pray for an hour. It's like, okay.
5 minutes in, I think I got my point through.
5 minutes in, and you're praying for the dog, and you're praying for the grass to grow, and you're praying for you think, I just did everything.
I feel like 20 seconds in, you're big.
When I learned that it's a conversation, and then I had to slow down, and that I could do it, particularly when I'm reading my Bible. As I'm reading, I'll see stuff, and I go, yep, I got it. That's me. Mm-hmm. Lord, I'm hearing you. You're talking to me. I'm hearing it. So now all of a sudden you see this whole new dynamic on why do I want to get into I was getting ready to get into Numbers 16, and it's when the children of Israel skate away from God, and it's like, okay, I'm going to sit and get ready for this, right? It's not just, okay, that's the next chapter, right? And it's like, okay, I got to get ready, and actually I'd left and gone to, I think I'd gone to Lowe's or come up here, and then I went back and I said, okay, now I'm ready. Why? Because this is about them not trusting God, and finally God had said, line is drawn, you're not going into the land. And they go, oh no, okay, we're sorry. We'll
when you
go
say the
land.
line is drawn, all I can think of is Looney Tunes with Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny, where he
draws
the line and he just steps over it, draws the other line, steps over it.
Yeah, but in this, and so I go, okay, I got to get ready, because when I start reading this, I know what I'm going to hear. It's like, see how many times when you don't obey, there's stuff that you just aren't going to get, because you just obeyed it. You disobeyed one time too many, and you're not going to get this.
Right.
And it's like, okay, so I was kind of, it's bad when you know kind of what you're getting ready to hear, and it's like, okay,
It's
so
like you're ready for your punishment.
Marked it and got that all done, but it's when you, especially when you, after you've marked it and you can see it, you know what's going to be coming up, right. You kind of can anticipate, but at the same time you go, oh, I never saw that before. Yeah, oh, that's cool, that's good, and that's why the Hebrew study is so great, because I'm seeing stuff in that I've studied Hebrews, the book of Hebrews, probably 5 or 6 times, and even now there's new stuff coming out. Right. It's just so much fun doing that. But you got to find value in it, or you're not going to do it. You're not going to keep doing it.
Right. I think another problem is just because of the instant gratification, something that people don't realize is that they do have the ability to have that patience and that time. It's just that they choose not to utilize it correctly. Mm-hmm. Because if you think about it, like for example, people who always say, well, I wish I could have gone pro, or I could have done this, or, those people who've gone professional in sports, they had that time. They used it wisely and trained it to get to that point. When you say I have that skill, which we all have a skill, but you don't hone that skill, then that skill becomes worthless. Yeah. You don't go.
And there's a time when you can't even try to rebuild and use that skill, right?
Right. And
you waste your time for so long, and then it's just gone.
So it kind of like goes hand in hand when it comes to this stuff, because I feel like you should understand that you have this ability, you have the tools, you have the resources, You just need to sit down, open the book, and just hone on that skill and find that ability that you have to sharpen your mind and your knowledge and your wisdom with it.
And another thing, the Word of God is not, and we're talking about the immediate gratification that people want to have, and I've been faithful for 3 months. It's like, that's nothing, right? 3 months, you can fake it for 3 months.
Yeah.
So we want God to move faster, and God's still going, no. I'm going to take this slow and easy, and we're going to take our time with this. We go, come on, God, go faster.
Remember that old commercial? I think it was Jim Adler's, like, I want my money. It's like something about the money, and then it pans over to a client's like, I want my money now. You remember? It was one of the lawyers or Texas Hammer or something. I know.
What's that? I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Yeah. So all this talk makes me. That's who it was. And I want it now. But it makes me think of this. Like, people say, well, I'm ready to learn all this stuff, but I want it now. I want it now.
Yep.
I'm coming to church. I want my salvation now. I'm coming to Sunday school. I want to be able to know what's going on so I can preach it immediately right now.
Yep.
That type of problem. Do you have that problem as a young person?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, yes.
Yes. Next question.
The pause with it. I don't think she was ready for me to whip around that quick.
I didn't think you were going to. You usually don't. It usually takes you a long while. You start over here and then you slowly.
Yeah, I do the slow pain and everything.
Slowly.
Yeah. Like giving her the heads up. I'm coming for you. Here I come.
But yes, I do have that where I'm like, oh, I want it now. I want my answers now. And as y'all know, I've been having that with me and what I'm going to do once I get out of high school. I want to know now. Not tomorrow, not Tuesday, now. And it's been a lot.
What about Thursday?
Now. Is today Thursday?
No.
No, then not Thursday.
Ooh, you got snapped.
No, but
You're not the only one that's burning up in here. Thank you. I'm here like trying to hide that. I'm like wiping like my sweat and stuff. I'm glad
I'm
the
fine.
camera.
This is cool.
Yeah, you can see two people here like actually like going like this and.
like, okay.
Whew.
It's because my hair's down. I'm not used to having my hair down.
I'm burning up today.
But
But continue. Sorry.
But yes, I do have those moments where I'm like, I want it now. I don't want to wait. And that's been something that I've been learning a lot is that I have to wait. There's no, I have to wait. There's no, like, I get it today. No, I have to wait. And so it's just a lot of that, like, learning about it. Because I do want it now. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because I want it now.
I think you already said why. You want it now.
I think that point's been made very clear.
Do you want it now?
Yeah.
That's too bad. I need to program OBS on the I want it now so it pops up in his little counter and she can just click it every time she says it. But no, by going around this and stuff, it's just something that I feel like it just spoiled everybody. It's just that ability when it comes to ordering food, working out, the shot, which I would really never recommend the shot. You get jowls from it. Have you ever seen someone who's been really on the shot? When they lose so much weight, they get jowls.
I was so confused. I was like, what are you talking about?
Like their face starts sagging. Like,
it's because,
it's the amount of weight loss that they have.
Yes,
and what happens is also like, you immediately gain it back once you're off the shot because you didn't build this rhythm. You didn't build the structure that's supposed to just sustain and keep you at this level. And that's to go back to all this. Like you may be able to say, yeah, I got the nice top of the line Bible and I got the newest phone for the newest high speed internet with the best app in the world and I spent $3,000 on this software. You got all the tools. You are 100% correct. How much of that do you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's your structure? I don't know. But now I perceive and I look like I have the ability to know all this knowledge about God and stuff. Yeah. And that's scary.
That's been a dangerous thing that the millennials and Gen Z and the alphas have picked up is because they can get access to information quickly, they think they've also gained knowledge and been able to apply that. That's why you hear some of these folks that want to argue about why don't we follow all the Old Testament stuff if we're going to talk about this thing.
Well, if they read their Bible, they would know.
Well, yeah, they would. Well, they say, well, and you listen to them, well, you're not supposed to eat this, and you're not supposed to wear these different materials, and you're supposed to, how come we don't do that? It seems like you're picking and choosing. Well, the reason is because we know what to pick and choose. What you've chosen did not correlate to what we were doing. These things do. That wasn't part of the moral law. This was part of the moral law. So that's where they can get wound up. I have information, but I don't know how to use it.
Well, and it's funny how you say that, I think, because it can be turned around so easily. And I have stumped somebody with that when they're saying about picking and choosing specific laws out of the Bible to follow. Like, do you speed? Oh yeah. I'm like, but that's against the law. Why are you choosing something like that? You're picking and choosing your laws that you're wanting to follow as well. You're picking and choosing the sins that you think are applicable towards your life, that are okay, that you have this relationship with God, saying, we're cool here. I'll do this stuff if you let me continue doing this stuff. Yeah. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, and they always miss the part where you go, do you speed? The answer is yes. I've just confessed that I do it. What you're trying to do is say, this other sin is okay. Well, if you're doing it, and I'm speeding, I said it was wrong. Are you going to say what you're doing is wrong? That's not how they plug that in. Right? So they want to go, well, you're saying this, so obviously this isn't wrong. No, it's wrong too. Right? It's doing one thing. I never do get this where they go, well, this president used to do that, and they used to, so what? It was wrong when they did it.
Right.
I remember when the kids would come up to me and they go, well, Ben did it. It's like, well, it was wrong when he did it too. What happened when he did it? You got a whipping. Guess what you're going to get? You're going to get a whipping too. Look at this.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. I almost forgot.
Look how that works.
You're such a good kid for reminding me
and they go,
you.
Well, they did it. and Zach of all, he goes, I watched the other two and I knew what not to do. Oh.
I remember once in high school, I chose the option to get swatted instead of getting after-school detention.
Uh-huh.
And it was like playing Russian roulette there because there was 3 vice principals that they all did it. One of them was the football coach, or used to be the big football coach, and he became vice principal. And then the other 2 were sweet ladies. And I kept on things like, I want one of the lady vice principals, one of the lady vice principals. Until I found out it was him, and then what time I was supposed to do. So what I did was I went to my locker room, the soccer locker room, and I had keeper pants because I was a keeper. So they were very padded on the thighs and everything, but I shifted them where I was covering my rear and everything. Then I put on sweatpants and then put on my jeans so my legs looked obnoxiously huge. And I'm trying to walk through it to the office and everything. And he goes, you're not fooling me. He goes, take those off. And then I just remember as I'm ready and everything, about to get my swats and everything, I see the other vice principal and a kid running in his boxers away. And he goes, aren't you lucky you didn't get hurt? And I'm like, why? He's like, she gives the hardest. I'm like, oh, really?
Oh, good.
Because apparently after one, it hurt him so bad. He was sprinting away from her and everything. And I'm here thinking that this was going to be the worst choice. Kind of like what we have problems with our own lives.
Yeah.
And that's such a scary moment because you might think that God's giving you a horrible, challenge or a trial.
Does the principal get you?
No.
No.
He
got me.
I remember those days though, whenever I'd be like, I wouldn't bring up something to my mom. My dad never hit us. He's never gotten on to me or my sister. But my mom was the one who would get in trouble. So I remember I would try to not say it. I'd hope that she would forget. And I don't really remember if she ever did. I don't remember. But that doesn't. You can ask my mom later if you want to fact check it. I don't remember because I didn't get in trouble often.
Yeah, it was amazing. My parents could forget a lot of things. They could forget Christmas. If they wouldn't forget if I'm supposed to get a whipping when you get home.
Same with my parents, but I still pushed my mom's button and everything.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Well,
okay,
yeah,
let me tell you a creepy one. We had a principal that was drunk, and he got in a car wreck, and he lost his left arm. it creeped me out. And so once he came back, I was determined. I was never going to the principal's office or getting a spanking because I would freak out if he had swinging. It's like, oh,
He
God.
lost that weighted arm, so it was more torque.
He had more torque. He had a good follow through on that, but oh no!
So he looked like the drummer from Def Leppard.
Oh man, it was just I don't want to be in his office at all. I don't want to be in his office at all. And it was just a weird thing.
That's so weird. I've never gone through that at school. Like at school. I've never gone through that
Because you're a
there
good
wasn't a
girl.
law.
You're a good girl.
I was not.
I never got in trouble at school either. Whenever I went to a charter school, I never got in trouble. I went to
I think
principal's
today,
office once.
because you walk into the building, you just
'Cause
get
I
a
actually-
SWAT going in. Every kid gets a SWAT going in.
I wasn't.
Just go just in case you forget.
Yeah, don't mess up today.
There's probably going to get some comments on that one.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna wait just a second. 20 seconds.
I was never a
20
bad
seconds.
student at school. I was a pretty good student. I was just very sarcastic in responses. That's what always got me in trouble. But I learned very fast my junior and senior year, I remember, because I started having my coaches as teachers. So as soon as I had one slip up, I knew for a fact that when he doesn't even call you out in class or anything. If you were on the team, he just stops and then goes back to his lesson. I remember the first time he did that, all I kept on thinking in my head is like, oh, I'm screwed. Like, I didn't get called out, yelled at like I would any other teacher. It was just a blank stare. I acknowledge you. I'll see you at practice.
I
And sure enough,
remember the basketball coach calling like 4 or 5 of us after we get done running sprints. And he'd go, you guys, okay, shower, you guys stay. Well, because we were in class. He goes, we're going to run some more.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd run, and wouldn't tell us why. We're running. And then finally he goes, now, next time I tell you to be quiet in class. It's like, oh, that's what this is about.
We did 14-21s, which was the worst punishment known to man for soccer. I mean, it's like an equivalent of like 5 miles, but like 200 yards of lunges, 200 yards of rolls, 200 yards of knees, high knees, backward sprints. The worst part was it was like relay, so you run 10 yards and then run 10 back, then you go to 20 and back, and 30 and back.
Yeah, we call them line drills.
Line drills,
Yeah.
yeah. So once the teachers caught wind of how our punishments were of the soccer kids, it's like all of a sudden they talked to our coach if we were bad in our class. And like you said, like we would know who got in trouble, because there would be times like, all right, you can go to shower and get ready and stuff, and I'll leave, and like, you 5 on the line. I'm like, oh.
Got caught.
And the worst thing I ever did was yell, busted, and then, boy, pain. I'm like, no. Yeah, so, but I think this is a good point to actually kind of wrap it up and everything. It was been a fun conversation about rhythm and just building your structure and having the patience. You really got to learn to have patience and establish your routine, just like a music rhythm. You know, you're creating that tempo of your life.
Yep.
And keep that tempo, because if you go off tempo, then obviously that song just no longer sounds right.
And when your rhythm isn't right, you mess up the harmony for everybody else around you.
Such a great way to put it like that.
Right.
So I appreciate y'all hopping in. Thank y'all again for the prayers last week. That meant everything. And hopefully just keep praying for everything that's going on. Seriously, be on the lookout. I'll be doing the first recording of Beyond the Break next week. So it's a new series to keep an eye on. Watch that help grow Reborn. And like always in the Holy Dome, 4 are in, 1 is out, and we are out.